What if one day, all Filipinos working abroad suddenly disappeared? Hospitals would shut down, businesses would collapse, and entire industries would be in chaos. The truth is, many countries heavily rely on Filipinos, and without them, their economies and daily lives would suffer. Today, we're diving into 10 countries that simply can't survive without Filipino workers. Stick around, you'll be shocked by some of the names on this list. 1. Saudi Arabia, the backbone of the workforce. Saudi Arabia is home to over 800,000 Filipinos, making them one of the largest expatriate communities in the country. They are the lifeblood of major industries, from healthcare and construction to hospitality and domestic services. Without Filipino nurses and healthcare workers, hospitals would struggle to provide quality care to millions of patients. Filipino engineers, technicians, and laborers are behind many of Saudi Arabia's massive infrastructure projects. And in homes across the country, Filipino domestic workers take care of families, children, and the elderly. Saudi businesses and households have tried hiring workers from other countries, but they always come back to Filipinos. Why? Because Filipinos are skilled, hardworking, and highly adaptable. Without them, Saudi Arabia's economy and daily life would take a huge hit. 2. United States, the lifeline of healthcare. The U.S. healthcare system would collapse overnight without Filipino workers. With over 355,000 Filipino nurses and medical professionals, they make up a massive 40% of the total healthcare staffing in some states. During the pandemic, Filipino nurses were on the front lines, saving countless lives while keeping hospitals running. But their contributions go beyond healthcare. Filipinos also work in IT, engineering, and the service industry, making them essential to the U.S. economy. If all Filipino workers left the U.S., hospitals would be severely understaffed, patient care would decline, and businesses would struggle to fill key positions. Simply put, America needs Filipinos more than Filipinos need America. 3. United Arab Emirates, the heart of hospitality. Dubai's luxury hotels, 5-star restaurants, and high-end shopping malls wouldn't function without Filipinos. Over 315,000 Filipinos work in the UAE, dominating the hospitality, aviation, and healthcare industries. Imagine stepping into a luxury hotel in Dubai. Chances are, the receptionist, the chef, and even the hotel manager are Filipino. Their customer service skills, professionalism, and hospitality set them apart from the rest. The same goes for airlines like Emirates and Etihad, where Filipinos are a huge part of the cabin crew. If Filipinos left the UAE, the country's world-class service industry would take a massive hit, affecting tourism and business. The UAE knows this, which is why they continue to recruit more Filipino workers every year. 4. Canada, the guardians of healthcare and home care. Canada has an aging population and a healthcare system that desperately needs workers. Enter the Filipinos, over 250,000 strong, working as nurses, caregivers, and skilled professionals. Filipino caregivers provide compassionate care for the elderly, children, and people with disabilities. Many have transitioned into leadership roles, managing healthcare institutions and home care services. Their impact goes beyond hospitals. Filipinos also work in IT, construction, and even government positions. Without Filipinos, Canada's healthcare system would collapse, and thousands of families would struggle to find caregivers for their loved ones. That's why Canada continues to actively recruit more Filipino workers, even offering faster immigration programs to bring them in. 5. Japan, the heroes of elderly care and skilled labor. Japan has one of the oldest populations in the world, and there aren't enough local workers to take care of the elderly. That's where Filipinos come in. Over 350,000 Filipinos work in Japan, dominating elderly care, engineering, and skilled labor. Without Filipino caregivers, many senior citizens in Japan wouldn't have proper care. Filipino workers also contribute to Japan's tech, construction, and entertainment industries, making them a vital part of the workforce. Japan has realized that Filipinos are irreplaceable, which is why they have special work visa programs just for Filipinos. If they all left, Japan's economy and social services would be in deep trouble. 6. United Kingdom, keeping hospitals running. The UK's National Health Service, NHS, would be in crisis without Filipino workers. Over 100,000 Filipino nurses, caregivers, and healthcare professionals work in the UK, making them a critical part of the medical system. Filipino nurses are known for their compassion, skills, and ability to handle high-pressure situations. The UK has tried hiring workers from other countries, but Filipino nurses remain the most sought after. If Filipinos left, the NHS would struggle to fill thousands of essential positions, leading to longer wait times and poorer healthcare services. That's why the UK continues to actively recruit more Filipino nurses every year. 7. Singapore, the driving force of customer service. Singapore's service, healthcare, and domestic sectors are powered by over 200,000 Filipinos. They work in hotels, restaurants, hospitals, and private households, ensuring that the country runs smoothly. Without Filipinos, businesses in Singapore would struggle to maintain the same level of customer service and efficiency. Employers have tried hiring workers from other countries, but Filipinos remain the top choice for their professionalism, adaptability, and English skills. The Singaporean economy is deeply dependent on Filipino workers. If they all left, the country's service industry would suffer immensely. 8. Qatar, the hidden power of the workforce. With massive infrastructure projects and a booming tourism industry, Qatar relies on Filipino workers in construction, hospitality, and healthcare. Over 260,000 Filipinos work in Qatar, making them one of the most essential foreign workforces in the country. Filipino engineers and construction workers help build the skyscrapers, roads, and stadiums that make Qatar a global powerhouse. Meanwhile, Filipino nurses and caregivers support the country's growing healthcare sector. Without them, Qatar's rapid development and healthcare services would slow down dramatically. 9. Australia, a growing Filipino workforce. Australia's healthcare, education, and skilled labor industries are seeing a rise in Filipino workers. Over 300,000 Filipinos now live and work in Australia, contributing to hospitals, construction, and IT sectors. Filipino nurses and caregivers fill the gaps in Australia's healthcare system, ensuring proper care for the elderly and disabled. Meanwhile, Filipino engineers and IT professionals help drive innovation in Australia's growing tech industry. If Filipinos left, hospitals, businesses, and industries would struggle to find equally skilled replacements. 10. New Zealand, essential to healthcare and agriculture. New Zealand's farming, healthcare, and construction industries depend on Filipino workers. thousands of Filipinos work as nurses, farm workers, and tradespeople, helping the country maintain its economy. Filipino farm workers support New Zealand's dairy and agricultural sectors, ensuring food production stays strong. Meanwhile, Filipino nurses and caregivers help fill the shortage in healthcare. Without them, New Zealand's economy and healthcare system would face serious challenges. From hospitals to skyscrapers, from luxury hotels to farmlands, Filipinos are holding up economies across the world. These countries can't survive without them, and they know it. What do you think? Should Filipinos still work abroad, or should they build their own opportunities at home? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.